What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today has been a really awesome day so far. We've had tons of free unit offers come up on Facebook, which anybody with an Apple device can claim. So if you missed out on those, check the previous couple of videos. You can get 1,250 units completely free in like 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's so good. It's really helped me, you know, bump up since I blew all of my units on Quake crystals. Yep, that was a bad idea. But anyway, guys, more excitingly today, we actually have a maxed out 550 Thanos, dupe level 99, Gensa M, managed to get his Thanos fully maxed out, which actually put him in his top 4, so we can actually finally look at the champion and see exactly what kind of abilities he has, what synergies, what his signature ability does. Gaming Arena did a very cool video, kind of theory crafting and looking at a screenshot about a week and a bit ago, and that was really cool. But now, guys, we can see all of the amazing stuff that Thanos can actually do. So let's open up that signature ability. So his passive, pretty good passive. So granted near immortality, Thanos the Mad Titan passively reduces his opponent's base attack by 40%. So minus 40% to anybody that's fighting him in terms of their attack. Really good for maybe Alliance War defense. I don't really see, like, when you're playing the champion, how that's like super useful, you know, if you're playing perfectly. But maybe in Alliance War defense, that might be good on some nodes like Degeneration or maybe Fawns, or just something that basically needs to kind of like prolong the encounter to make it as long as possible and punishes the person for doing that. So maybe like an All or Nothing or Degeneration are kind of the two uses that that spring to mind, but there might be some also other clever placements that aren't on the top of my head at the moment. So when this champion is attacked, he has a 9% chance to armor up and gets a 33% armor up for 6 seconds. Pretty good, pretty strong armor up, so that's decent. Again, this champion looks like he'd be pretty good on an armor up node in Alliance War, because also he has another passive which reduces additional incoming damage by 17%. So if you put him on an armor up node, maybe you'll kind of get to that stage where he's just really difficult / impossible to kill, because he doesn't take any damage at all and your champions just time out and lose health. So that might be a little bit of a clever placement with Thanos in Alliance War. We're going to have to see. And also this champion begins the fight with 16% max power. That's a little nice to have, but nothing kind of champion defining, I guess. All attacks have a 10% chance of Fury, increasing your attack by 45% for 5 seconds. Quite good. A nice chunk of additional damage there. 10% proc is fairly reasonable last 5 seconds, so you can probably assume that this is going to have about a 30 to 40% uptime. It's overall pretty good. All his special attacks inflict heal block, very good for 7 seconds, and his special attacks 1 and 2, they deal true damage, which ignores all the opponent's armor. Yeah, so might be good also for kind of blasting through those armor nodes in Alliance War. But overall, there doesn't seem anything with Thanos that seems like ridiculously overpowered. You know, when you look at something like Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Thor, or Black Widow, you see abilities and you're like, whoa, that's crazy, you can do so much cool stuff with that. You look at this and it's like, it's a good, well-rounded champion, but there's nothing like crazy amazing about the champion. Right, guys? You know, I'm not really seeing it and I'm being like, oh, this champion's going to be the best thing in the world for this aspect of the game. I'm just like, oh, he's a good, well-rounded champion, but that's really about it. And kind of from Thanos being like this super ultra rare character, you kind of want like a little bit more from him, especially because only like 20 in the people in the game are going to have him. So I can imagine, you know, if I went to all this effort to get Thanos, you know, I'd be pretty happy, and he's definitely a good trophy champion, something to, you know, show off. But overall, he doesn't really have anything that is that insane, which I guess in kind of like a balanced sense for the game is good. So yeah, I think he's a bit more of a trophy champion. And when we go to the synergy bonuses, so let's have a look at those. He's got crit rate with Hulk and also Star-Lord, so this guy would actually fit really well into a Juggernaut crit team. Double Juggernaut, Hulk, Colossus, and Thanos would be a lot of crit nodes there, so pretty good. Nemesis with Deadpool, got 6% attack, obviously fighting over the love of their life, which is death. And then finally we have Family, who is Gamora, 6% health. So overall the nodes are okay, like nothing amazingly super special, but the crit is nice. nice, the crit's nice, and the attack with Gamora, sorry, the attack with Deadpool is pretty good, pretty good. So guys, that is it. Let's have a look at also his, I guess, health as well. Just has rank 5, level 50, has just under 20,000, which is good. That's very above average. So again, kind of makes me inclined to think that this guy's going to be, you know, mainly used, if he is used, for Alliance War Defense on an armor up node, or a degeneration node, or an all-or-nothing node. And then when we look at his attack, it's pretty good. It's alright. It's 1,252. So let's compare that to one of my 550 champions, which is the only one I have, Captain America. So it was 20k and then 1,250, just to kind of like get a baseline of the stats and get a general comparison idea. So let's have a look. So yeah, Captain America actually has a little bit more attack, but I have the Glass Cannon Mastery, which might not have been reflected on the previous champion. I think it probably was with Gensa M setup. But yeah, a lot less health, as you can see in the Captain America there. We have just over 15,500, whereas Thanos had, you know, just under 20,000. So quite a big difference there of almost 20-25%. And then, guys, if you want to see the Thanos in game for yourself, unfortunately, none of the champions, none of the people that actually have Thanos are ever going to get them as their top champion, because these guys have rank 4 level 55s, which means that they greatly outpower Thanos in terms of their PI. Which means that they're not the top, which means that Thanos is not the top champion to duel. So that does kind of suck. It sucks that we actually, you know, can't fight Thanos and duel him and play around with that. But guys, if you do want to play around with Thanos, you know, just go into like what is it, chapter 3, the final chapter, and you can fight him there. He's really, really fun, especially if you want like a really good challenge. Definitely try dueling Thanos with like 2-star characters. That is a lot of fun. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed having a bit more of a look at Thanos and hearing kind of my thoughts and opinions on the champion. So if you want to check out, also guys, I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Gaming Arena and his original video on Thanos. I'm going to leave that in the description below, because he did a really cool bit of theory crafting about the champion and tried to find him on Arena, which I thought was pretty dope. So ladies and gentlemen, if you like the video, leave a like. If you want to see more awesome content, hit that subscribe button. Apart from that, guys, take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.